Every Grand Theft Auto protagonist has a story. Some are soldiers trying to outrun their past, others are gangsters chasing power, or criminals searching for one last score. But before they became legends, they were simply people trying to survive in a world that rarely offers second chances. Lucia Caminos is no different. Long before players ever step into the streets of Leonida, Lucia has already lived a life filled with hardship, sacrifice, and difficult choices. She's the first female protagonist in a mainline Grand Theft Auto game, yet Rockstar has revealed remarkably little about who she really is. That mystery has only made fans more fascinated. Who is Lucia? Why was she sent to prison? What happened to her family? And what kind of future is she willing to risk everything to build? Today, we're taking a deep dive into everything Rockstar Games has officially revealed about Lucia Caminos, examining the clues hidden in the trailers, separating confirmed facts from fan theories, and piecing together the story of one of the most anticipated characters in video game history. This is the biography of Lucia Caminos, everything we know. Well, so far that is. Rockstar's official biography of Lucia begins with a sentence that immediately stands out. Her father taught her how to fight almost as soon as she could walk. At first glance, it sounds simple, but when you stop and think about it, that single sentence tells us an incredible amount about the environment Lucia grew up in. Most parents teach their children to read, to ride a bike, or to play sports. Lucia's father taught her how to fight. There wasn't an accident. It suggests that violence wasn't unusual in her world, it was expected. Whether her father believed he was protecting her, preparing her, or simply teaching her how to survive, it's clear that he understood life could be dangerous. Rockstar reinforces that idea with another line. Life has been coming at her swinging ever since. Again, it's a short sentence with enormous meaning. It implies that Lucia has never enjoyed an easy life. She's been forced to defend herself, adapt, and overcome challenge after challenge. Unlike some previous GTA protagonists who willingly enter criminal life, Lucia may have grown up in circumstances where survival itself requires strength. That distinction could make her one of Rockstar's most relatable protagonists. She doesn't appear to enjoy violence, she appears to be prepared for it. And there's a very important difference between those two things. One of the biggest clues about Lucia's past involves another famous location in the Grand Theft Auto universe, Liberty City. Rockstar tells us that Lucia's mother dreamed of a better life ever since their days in Liberty City. For longtime GTA fans, Liberty City needs no introduction. It's one of the franchise's most iconic locations, a city filled with opportunity, corruption, wealth, and crime. But Rockstar doesn't explain exactly what Lucia's connection to Liberty City is. Did she grow up there? Was she born there? Did her family leave when she was still a child? We simply don't know. What we do know is that Lucia's mother believed life could be better. Like millions of people chasing the American dream, she hoped that somewhere beyond the struggles of everyday life, there was a future worth fighting for. That dream clearly influenced Lucia, but unlike her mother, Lucia doesn't seem content on simply hoping that the life improves. She wants to take control herself. That determination may become one of the defining themes of GTA 6. Throughout Rockstar stories, characters who chase the American dream often discover that achieving it comes with impossible choices. Lucia may be the latest person to learn that lesson. And judging by everything we've seen, she's willing to take enormous risks to get there. Now perhaps the single biggest mystery surrounding Lucia is the crime that landed her in prison. Rockstar deliberately avoids giving us the answer. Instead, the official biography simply says, fighting for her family landed her in the Leonida Penitentiary. Notice what Rockstar doesn't say. They never call Lucia a ruthless criminal. They never describe her as greedy. They never say she wanted power. Instead, they connected her imprisonment directly to one word: family. That immediately changes how many fans view her character. Instead of someone motivated by money alone, Lucia appears driven by loyalty. She may have crossed the line. She may have broken the law. But according to Rockstar, she believed she was protecting the people she cared about. Exactly what happened remains unknown. Perhaps someone threatened her family. Perhaps she acted in self-defense. Or perhaps she made a desperate decision with tragic consequences. Right now, those are only theories. The truth remains locked away, just like Lucia herself once was. And Rockstar has every intention to keep it that way until players experience the story firsthand. When GTA 6 begins, Lucia is no longer just someone with a troubled past. She's an inmate. The very first time most fans meet Lucia was in the debut trailer, wearing an orange prison uniform and speaking to what appears to be a correctional counselor. The counselor asks a simple question.
Do you know why you're here? Bad luck, I guess.
It's a short exchange, but it immediately sparked debate across the GTA community. Is Lucia being sarcastic? Is she refusing to take responsibility? Or does she genuinely believe that circumstances, not intention, put her behind bars? Rockstar has always been careful with dialogue, and every line is usually chosen for a reason. Lucia doesn't launch into a speech. She doesn't deny her past. She simply shrugs it off as bad luck. That response hints at a woman who has learned to keep her emotions guarded. She's not interested in explaining herself. She simply wants to move forward. Rockstar's official description supports that idea. It says, Lucia's learned her lesson. But it immediately follows that statement with another important one. Only smart moves from here. That sentence may reveal more about Lucia than any action seen in the trailers. She's not reckless. She's not impulsive. She appears to be someone who has realized that survival isn't about being the strongest. It's about making the right decisions at the right time. Whether she'll actually stick to that philosophy is another question entirely. After all, this is Grand Theft Auto. Players rarely survive first contact with reality. Rockstar also tells us that Lucia gets out of prison through what they describe as sheer luck. That wording is incredibly interesting. They don't explain whether Lucia served her full sentence. They don't say she won an appeal. They don't mention parole. Instead, they simply call it luck. Why? Some fans believe Rockstar intentionally chose that phrase to preserve one of the game's biggest plot twists. Others think Lucia's release may involve someone pulling strings behind the scenes. At this point, we simply don't know. What we do know is that prison appears to change Lucia's outlook. Rather than rushing back into reckless crime, she seems determined to build something bigger. She's no longer reacting to life. She's trying to control it. And that desire for control may be exactly what drives the entire story of GTA 6. If Lucia is the heart of the story, Jason may be the person who changes everything. Almost every trailer shows the two together, driving together, robbing stores together, running from police together, laughing together, and perhaps most importantly, trusting each other. One of the recurring things Rockstar has emphasized is trust. The question isn't whether Lucia and Jason commit crimes together. We've already seen them do that. The real question is whether they'll remain loyal when everything begins to fall apart. Rockstar has written unforgettable partnerships before. Friendships have collapsed. Families have turned against each other. Loyalty has been tested time and time again. That history makes many fans wonder if Lucia and Jason's relationship will survive the events of GTA 6. Right now, there's no official answer, but one thing is obvious. Neither character can accomplish their goals alone. For now, they depend on each other. Whether that bond becomes their greatest strength or greatest weakness, that remains to be seen. Although Rockstar hasn't revealed much about Lucia's personality directly, her actions speak volumes. Across every trailer, she appears calm under pressure. Even during dangerous situations, she rarely seems overwhelmed. Instead, she watches, she listens, she evaluates. That doesn't mean she isn't capable of violence. Far from it. When action becomes necessary, Lucia appears confident and decisive. But unlike characters driven by anger or ego, she seems focused on the objective. That measured approach suggests intelligence rather than recklessness. It's another reason many fans believe Lucia could become one of Rockstar's most layered protagonists. She's tough without feeling invincible, confident without becoming arrogant, determined without losing sight of what she's fighting for. At least, that's the impression Rockstar wants us to have. Whether that image holds true over dozens of hours of gameplay is something only the full story can answer. Because Rockstar has revealed so little about Lucia, the internet has been flooded with theories. Some fans believe she's connected to past GTA characters. Others think her prison sentence was part of a larger conspiracy. There are even theories suggesting that Jason and Lucia secretly knew each other long before the game begins. They're fascinating ideas, but it's important to separate speculation from fact. As of today, Rockstar has not confirmed Lucia's exact age, where she was born, why she left Liberty City, the specific crime that sent her to prison, how long she was incarcerated, how she met Jason, or how her story ends. Those unanswered questions are part of what makes Lucia so compelling. Rockstar has deliberately left gaps in her story, allowing players to speculate while keeping the biggest surprises hidden until launch. And if Rockstar's previous games are any indication, the full truth is almost certainly more complicated than fans expect. Every Grand Theft Auto protagonist has been shaped by the world around them. Tommy Vercetti fought to build an empire. Carl C.J. Johnson returned home to rebuild his family and his neighborhood. Nico Bellic came to America hoping to leave his past behind, only to discover that violence has a way of following you. Michael wanted to escape the criminal life he had built. Franklin wanted to become something bigger than the streets he grew up on. Trevor embraced chaos like no other. And with all that being said, Lucia just feels different, at least from what Rockstar has shown us so far. Her story doesn't appear to begin with ambition or greed. It begins with family. That one detail changes the way many people view her. If Rockstar's official biography is taken at face value, Lucia didn't end up in prison because she wanted power. She ended up there because she believed she was protecting the people she loved. Whether that decision was right or wrong is something players will eventually decide for themselves, but it immediately makes her motivations feel more personal. Instead of chasing wealth for its own sake, Lucia seems to be chasing security, a future, a life that her mother once dreamed about. And if that dream requires breaking the law once again, well, this is Grand Theft Auto, right? One of Rockstar Games' greatest strengths has always been restraint. In an age where movie trailers often reveal entire plots, Rockstar tends to do the opposite. They give players just enough information to be invested, and then they stop. That's exactly what they've done with Lucia. We know she can fight, we know she went to prison, we know she fought for her family, we know she wants a better life, and we know Jason is somehow connected to that future. Everything else remains hidden. Every unanswered question becomes another reason to keep watching, theorizing, and waiting for release day. Who betrayed Lucia? Did anyone betray her at all? Was prison the worst thing that ever happened to her? Or was it the experience that finally made her stronger? At the moment, only Rockstar knows. Alright y'all, so as of today, that's everything Rockstar Games has officially revealed about Lucia Caminos. Once Grand Theft Auto 6 is released, we'll finally learn what really happened before prison, why she was willing to risk everything for her family, and whether the future she's chasing is worth the price she'll have to pay. Until then, all we can do is examine the clues, separate fact from fiction, and enjoy the mystery Rockstar has carefully built around one of gaming's most anticipated characters. So what do you guys think? Why do you believe Lucia ended up in prison? Do you think she and Jason will stay loyal to each other until the end? Or do you think Rockstar is setting us up for a betrayal that no one sees coming? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more videos exploring the characters, lore, hidden details, and mysteries of Grand Theft Auto 6, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace!